It is a weird concept, though. Like, we're living in the greatest time, the most affluent, just nicest all around. Like, all our, all our, like, fundamental human needs are kind of, like, taken care of for the most part, right? For most of us, not all of us, but...
No, that's true.
And there's more depression than ever.
I talked about this yesterday, which is why I said it might be a good topic. I didn't ever look up the term, but it's like cultural disease or like something like that. Depression and like anorexia and bulimia, they're very real. Like, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that they're like not, like, that they are real. Like, I know, like, those are things that actually happen. Like, they're actually really hard on people, and like it's difficult to deal with them and all that stuff. Absolutely. I'm not trying to take away from that fact before I even start talking. I don't want people to think I'm like, that's not the thing, because it is. But if you go to places like Asia, China, Japan, there's no such thing as depression or anorexia, because people think, I feel like there's like this concept here that if you're not happy all the time, you're depressed. But why would you be happy all the time? Think about it. Like, if you're not jealous, like if you don't feel a need to like want to do better, and like you don't have like that ever, like if you don't ever have like that feeling of like being sad, then you'll never know what happiness is. Like, how could you ever be happy all the time? Because you wouldn't even know what happiness is. So people, like, I feel like here are like, oh, well, if you're not super happy, you're depressed, here's some pills. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works.
We definitely over-medicate.
Yeah. In China, they don't have pills. They're like, yeah, we're sad, but like, we'll be happy in a couple of weeks. Like, it's fine. Like.
Well, what about Japan? Because Japan has one of the highest suicide rates.
Just talked about this with him, too. So Japan, it's been like a long-running thing. I mean, I don't know how it is now, but I know, like, in the past, in Japan, like, being proud, like, pride is, like, a big thing there. So, like, like, having a family that you're, like, proud of and, like, is doing well in the society is important. So I know, like, I don't know how many years ago, I know for a long time, like, probably at least hundreds of years ago, like, it used to be a thing where if you embarrassed your family, you killed yourself to avoid, and like bestowing embarrassments like the rest of them, like that kind of situation.
Okay.
So